Hey guys, Ludgonious here, welcome back. It's time for another Inside the Episode. This week we're going inside on Season 4, Episode 8, which is LIU Atlas Udo Messis. We're going to do it in just a few minutes. Udo Messis is a homeworld of the Meteon race. The Meteon once controlled 50 star systems in this part of the galaxy. This collection of worlds was known as the Meteon Kingdom. This kingdom was absorbed into the LIU during the Mid-Rim Unification War. However, the LIU granted the Meteons some autonomy over their former worlds as part of the peace treaty. Udo Messis' surface consists primarily of sandstone and supports very little life. The surface is dotted with several large deep pools though, and they, unlike the surface, support many forms of life. The Meteon are one such species. Unlike the other creatures though, the Meteon adapted the ability to breathe in both water and air, so they could travel from pool to pool to locate mates. This adaptation has allowed the Meteon to colonize the entire planet. Udo Messis' largest city and capital is Demerse. This city encircles one of the planet's largest pools. Doog's guide for Udo Messis is none other than his old college buddy, Crix Jagoober, aka Goob. Goob and Doog attended the same media university. Goob and Doog have some pretty funny exchanges. They talk to each other like only good friends can. So, in other words, they make fun of each other throughout the whole episode. Goob knows Doog all too well. He knows Doog is not a big fan of agriculture, so he prepares some stock footage to rush through. Goob rather focus on the culture of Udo Messis instead of its agriculture. According to Goob, Udo Messis is the breadbasket of the Meteon Kingdom. They make most of the food for the kingdom. The Meteon are robotics experts, and they use large robotic processors to harvest their underwater food source. With that out of the way, Goob and Doog can focus more on the culture. They catch a robo-rickshaw to Demerse's uptown food district. What's a better way to learn about a culture than eating its food? Goob takes Doog to his favorite restaurant, LIU. The Meteon are vegetarians, which isn't Doog's style. But Goob's paying, so he can't pass up a free meal. It turns out the Meteon have some similar interests to humans. They also like restaurants where you have to catch food in your mouth. Doog gets his fill of stems and berries, a local favorite. He also hits up the local drink, algae alcohol. The drinks go straight through Doog, and he has to hit up the restroom. This is not one of his favorite cultural experiences. The Meteon have waste removal tentacles and robo-wipers. Doog's just gonna hold it. With a full belly and bladder, Goob and Doog delve into some of the Meteon Kingdom's history. They take a taxi to the archive building. This building is where the Meteon Kingdom was created. It still has some of the old resolutions on display. Goob goes a bit into the history of the kingdom, the pre-LIU history that is. Long story short, all the worlds in the Meteon Kingdom were once considered equal, hence their symbol, a hexagon-like creation where all the shapes fit together and they're all the same size. Goob then gets into the new arrangement under the LIU. They retain the hexagon symbol, but it's fragmented. The LIU puts more emphasis or weight on profitable worlds. Not all worlds are equal anymore. It's one of many cultures that Doog has learned about that has been negatively affected by the arrival of the LIU. To end things on a more positive note, Goob takes Doog downtown, but it's not what you think. Downtown is the name of the lower level of the city. The lower level of the city holds all the residential districts. Here, large windows allow natural pool light to filter into the city. It allows residents to fulfill their natural attraction to the pools. There's also a few airlocks to allow the residents to swim. Doog says his goodbyes to his old friend, and then he sums up the episode. And that is LIU Atlas Udo Messis. Here's some things you may have missed. Udo means wet, and Messis means harvest in Latin. Wet harvest being a reference to the underwater agriculture on the planet. There are a few other Latin names in the episode. Meteon comes from the Latin word meto, which also means to reap or harvest. Demerse, the name of the city, means submerged. Speaking of names, all the worlds formerly in the Meteon Kingdom start with the word Udo. In later seasons, Doog visits Udo Mel and Udo Air. Goob makes an appearance in Udo Mel, but not in Udo Air. The bathroom scene doesn't actually have a mirror. LIU doesn't make one that big, or that clear. To make the mirror effect, a second set was built on the other side of the wall. This set is opposite or mirrored, giving the illusion that there's a mirror there. Don't believe it? Well, look closer. We forgot to build the sinks on the other side of the wall, so the faucets have no reflection. You can also see that there's a slight color difference in Duke's hair. Whoops. Cube implies that the Meteon Kingdom isn't happy under the current arrangements with LIU. It foreshadows the revolution that happens a few years down the road, during which the Meteon Kingdom and their 50 worlds openly revolt against LIU. Check out that series, LIU Revolution, for more info. There are billions of stars, millions of planets, but only one man, Terrence Doog McDougal. Welcome to LIU Atlas.